Judge Judy.
Yeah, fuck it. Oh, I'm gonna go back into my starship. Then I'm going to load them comments back up, man. I'm telling you. I'm gonna continue where I left off. It was a big old cliffhanger, but finally Facebook has loaded up. So, without further fucking ado, let's hope that this thing. I think that it just overheated. I think that was its problem.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not even paying attention. Go ahead.
I honestly, I haven't been either. I've just
All
been
right, guys, get ready. He's going to talk about some politics. Hopefully he doesn't get reported on Twitch for not playing a game. Here we go.
It's on pause. Shut up. I don't know. I've been playing. God, Twitch. Fucking assholes. All right. So, I left off saying that, like, I was talking to that Jorge dude who said that it was a joke. I'm like, it probably wasn't a joke. It didn't seem like satire to me. Blah, blah, blah. Jorge.
It's like, hey.
More like Jorge. No, I'm not going to slap my knee. That was not a knee slapper. But I told that Bruce fucking guy to give me some evidence to back up his claims that I'm a fucking stupid asshole. I said, no, he called me a stupid piece of shit. I said that I'm an unsympathetic asshole, but not a stupid piece of shit. Told him to back up his claims. Couldn't do it, didn't. But that Brett dude, he went on to say, like, oh, but Gary Johnson's all, stupid, whatever, and he's against abortion. And then I said, wait, he never said that he wanted to overturn Roe v. Wade, because the guy claimed that he wanted to overturn that ruling, which favored for women's right to have an abortion. And then I went on to say, like, he probably said that, something about states' rights, whatever, because fucking all libertarians do that shit. But let's see. I posted the link about his thing about abortion, right? So I said, all right, Brett, this thing says otherwise. You say that he's against abortion, whatever, that he would, overturn Roe v. Wade. But, I've got the fucking Q&A from ontheissues.org, which is a reputable website when it comes to learning about, like, where the candidates stand, like how they voted, blah, blah, blah. So the question was, you have unorthodox takes for a member of the GOP on abortion. And Gary Johnson went on to say, I support women's rights to choose up until the viability of the fetus. I've supported the notion of parental notification. I've supported counseling. And I've supported the notion that public funds not be used for abortions. And, that's not an anti-abortion thing for public funds not to be used. That's a libertarian thing. He doesn't want public funds to be used for fucking anything. That's just the default stance of fucking libertarianism. But, then he went on to say, I don't want for a second to pretend that I have a better idea of how a woman should choose when it comes to this situation. Fundamentally, this is a choice that a woman should have. That was from Gary Johnson himself, and I provided the link. And then this person, Yutch, which is a really weird name. Who names their kid Yutch? It's a foreign-sounding name, so maybe, I don't know. Well, no, middle name is Liam. Whatever. Maybe European. So this person, Yutch, says to me, poor taste to millions of people, saying that Donald Trump's fucking joke about Hillary Clinton was in poor taste. She said, poor taste to millions of people. Do you think some nutcase just might take this comment seriously? You must live a very sheltered life. And my reply to her was, well, I was raised in a Christian household. I got nothing back. Oh. Nothing back. Sick burn.
Nice.
Sick burn. Anyway, I went on to say say some shit about Gary Johnson, because I don't fucking agree with him for, about everything. It's kind of like 50-50. There are some things that I like about him, some things that I don't, but he's not corrupt as fuck. That's why I support him. He's not a corrupt motherfucker. Bernie Sanders was my dude until he supported fucking Clinton. Then I'm like, what the hell? Why would you fucking support that asshole? She's terrible. Incredibly corrupt. But anyway, I went on to say, the one political tactic that I find to be disingenuous of Gary Johnson is his appeal to Bernie Sanders supporters. Socially, the two have some similarities, but fiscally, they are worlds apart, and that's entirely true. Johnson's like, privatize everything, and Bernie Sanders, like myself, is like, hey, fucking, get some socialism up this bitch. Fucking universal healthcare, not a bad idea, not a bad idea. Of course, Gary Johnson's against that, but, still, I support the guy even though I don't agree with him, on everything that he says. So Lisa says, The states can't decide abortion. It's a right, just like voting. The Supreme Court has decided. Are you going to let states decide who gets to vote? Men, women, racial ethnicities? And then I said, I agree. I'm not the embodiment of Gary Johnson. My ideas don't align with his 50% of the time. Also, the link I supported has a better overall wording on how he feels about the issue, so don't just take it from me, as I probably don't have his stances all down correctly. Abortion isn't something on my mind, as both sides could feasibly make a case one way or another about the topic, because, I mean, technically, even though the fetus isn't, like, really human or whatever, it's still life. It's still, like, when the fucking sperm, like, gets inside of that egg, that is when that shit starts to happen. I mean, it's not just like a bunch of tissue. It is, but in the same sense, if you leave that tissue alone, it's not gonna just fucking disappear. It's gonna fucking, it's gonna grow into a human. So both sides, even though I'm pro-choice, even though I personally am pro-choice, yeah, Salt for president, I like that, man. Even though I'm fucking pro-choice, I can see the pro-life argument for it. Personally, though, the Earth is overpopulated, and women should have the right to choose, until the fetus is viable, outside of the womb. Once the fetus is viable, I would consider that a human life. I'd consider that a fucking baby. Leave the thing alone. But up until then, I think abortion's all good. So then we have Jim. And Jim basically repeated the same goddamn thing 3 times. So I had to repeat the same goddamn thing 3 times back to him because it just wasn't, permeating his thick fucking skull. So as much as I love bashing... Yeah, so here's what he says. A presidential nominee is not supposed to joke about murdering other nominees. Duh. Then he went on to say, you are a joke for having fake outrage over a joke. You certainly are not liberal. So then I went on to, say, Jim, maybe I'm not anymore, as nuance is dead. I lean to the left politically, and I want socialized healthcare. I've been supporting gay marriage since I was a teen. I fundamentally believe in the separation of church and state, and I believe the single biggest threat to our freedom are the dominionists and the oligarchs. Which means, like, the dominionists, they're people who are like, oh, this is a Christian nation, we gotta have the Bible in the fucking nation. No, fuck that noise. Fuck that noise. It's never been the fucking case. But that's, so dominionists and the oligarchs. The oligarchs are the people who fucking control the politics because they have all the money. The fucking lobbyists, the corporate shills, all the corporations that buy basically fucking government time essentially. Like, hey, if you do this for me, I'll give you a bunch of money. So a bunch of fucking politicians go for that shit. So the oligarchs and the dominionists, I say, are the things that are ruining freedom in this country. And I'm absolutely right about that. I went on to say, anyway, that was a pretty good no true Scotsman fallacy. Do you have any more? And then he just basically said the same thing again. Let's see here. Let's see. What did this person say? Oh, yeah, to Lisa, I already said that she provided a straw man argument against me with the whole, like, oh, well, what are states going to vote on next? Fucking who can vote and who can't? It's like, no, it's not the case. That's never been the case. Except for the poll tax early on in the nation's history, which is fucking stupid. So, let's see. Got somebody saying fucking thank you to Brett, who was he was the one who I fucking destroyed, with the link, providing the link to Gary Johnson's stance on abortion. I went on to say, let's see. What did Rosalita say? Why did I reply to her? I gotta find that comment. Hold on 1 second. I gotta go back, because I've got some good jabs, man. I've got some good fucking jabs. Oh, you know what? She deleted her comment. I remember this lady. She deleted her fucking comment. She's not on there anymore. This lady... She removed her comment. But she had like a Bible verse, like Proverbs 17, whatever. And she said, the wise don't vote for the fool or something like that. I don't know. But my reply to her was, I would sooner believe the words of Hillary Clinton than the words of the Bible. I revile both. Which means I hate both. And then I went on to say, to clear the air, I hate Trump. I despise him as a human being, a businessman, and a politician. I'm not voting for him or Hillary. I don't care if a third-party vote is a waste of a vote. Gary isn't perfect, but he's the most trustworthy of all the major candidates. And then I got Don Hawkins, who's been my favorite person on this entire comment. The comments are almost done. I'm almost done with this, I promise. Then we'll move on. It's going to be great. And, yeah. So we got Don saying, anytime some asshole proclaims that they are liberal, you can be confident that they are not and instead are teabagger trolls, or they attend the Westboro Baptist Church. Cartoon of Hulk Hogan waving Old Glory. Serious troll.
Brother.
Yeah, because my profile picture is currently like a cartoon of Hollywood, or not Hollywood, just regular Hulk Hogan before the bad guy turn, waving the American flag. You know, I updated that on July 4th. You know, I just thought that was kind of comical and kind of patriotic, so I just kept it there. You know, I've been lazy, haven't updated a new profile picture. Although I think that the new picture that I uploaded of me holding the No Man's Sky, that should probably be my profile pic. It's pretty beautiful. But to Don Hawkins, his stupid thing that he said about that I'm a troll and that I probably attend the Westboro Baptist Church and that I'm not a liberal and that I'm probably a fucking Tea Party douchebag. I said, masterfully done, Don. Nothing gets past you. If you actually took a second to stop breathing from your mouth and read my previous comments, you'd find I am, in fact, a liberal. Maybe not to your standards, but I'm also thankful for that. Oh, and I'm an atheist. Holy shit, right? But no, I attend the Westboro Baptist Church quite frequently when I'm not washing my Klan sheets. Fucking imbecile. Beautiful. Beautiful response to that. And then, yeah, then another guy said that Don was delusional, which is great. You know, I actually had somebody, like, stand up for me. Another guy stood up for me. That's cool and all. But then we have Jim coming back again. Argue away, man, and pretend that this is no big deal. Perhaps you can play the politically correct card, and pretend it is okay to ask a group of trigger-happy fake patriots to shoot a nominee. Not in my country. So I replied back to him, Jim, yeah, because I totally think it's okay to do that. Did you even bother to read my responses? To tell you, for a third time, I don't think it was okay for Trump to say that. Why does that even need to be fucking clarified? I think he meant that in jest. It's simply speculation. Do I think it was a funny joke? Of course not. But do I think he was actively calling for her assassination? No. Let's see here. Do I have any other good fucking things? Man, apparently some other people have been commenting when I haven't been looking.
Don't
I got like
read
a lot
it.
of
Save it for later.
I gotta save it for later because I haven't replied to any of them yet. But yeah, that was my roast on the American populace, replying to my shit.
He's very good at roasting people. He's very good at it.
I am.
He will get you triggered.
I will roast you alive and trigger you so hard that you're gonna go by the name Trigger Roast forever.